So let's get it started. First, we will speak about business process management. So what is it? What is the business process management? It's simply a systematic way. So informations and data can go through a systematic type of approach. So you start from this stage, you get approval, for example, and then you move to another stage. So I have been lucky actually to visit a lot of organizations, and while visiting the organization, I can see a lot of business process. So for example, starting from quotation, who's gonna initiate the quotation, and then the information will be sent back to, let's say, a technical department, and then technical department or engineering department will manage these information and push it through different disciplines. So this is some sort of a business process management. And mainly the business process management is aimed to improve the efficiency and optimizing the important business. So actually, what's the need of business process management? So in each and every stage, while looking into the business process management, we can identify where is the bottleneck, where can we improve, how can we add more information, how can we get more, let's say, tasks or maybe added resources to that stage. And let's see why it's important. Why it's important to have a business process management system. First, if you are a manual process, chances you are leaving a lot of money on the table, it's very high, which means that in all type of information, it will not be conducted to different disciplines. So for example, having a paper stick in the wall, it's not going to be speaking to your employee. That's simple as it is. Sorry. So, not even for experienced employee, but also for new employees to understand that maybe you get the overall view of what is that business process for, but you will not be able to understand more in deep details. If you are working with an organization with the manual business process management, I believe that in your first 6 months that you get a lot of questions from different type of stages. So for example, you may ask, who should I push this information to? And from where can I get this information into that business workflow? So again, it's very useful if you have a lot of employees that been experienced in your company for the last 2 years or maybe more. But for the new employees, this is not going to help them, because they will need always to understand how can they move into a process. For example, how can they can take vacation, for example. So, and when they are into a minutes of meeting, what will be the process after all? And not only that, with the manual type of business process, this is not going to be talking to your application, to your software. So moving to a digital world, more like, so you would not be able to communicate a hard copy with an application or software. And you are losing a lot of hours while creating reports. So for example, if I'm asking you today, how much of or how many quotations that you closed properly in the last year, or maybe how many quotations that we lost in the last year. If you do have a manual business process management system, simply either you will not be able to answer that question, or maybe you will have a lot of time, you will take a lot of time to answer that question by getting information from different type of departments. And with the manual type of business process, you cannot transfer files. You cannot push the files through a manual type of process management system. It's not only useful for onboarding. but it's also useful for offboarding. So if I'm working with the company for the last 3 years and I'm getting a new job, for example, so how can I delegate my tasks? Which process that I'm into now and how many of them and in which stage is that process? So it's really going to be very difficult to delegate that offboarding process. And while working manually, of course, we are expecting human errors, and we are expecting that doing the same task twice. So if you do have a business process management system, in this case, you will get a lot of capabilities, a lot of benefits in that. So first, standardize. So not each and every employee can go through his understanding, according to his understanding of the business, but it will be standardized. So going from that stage, getting approval from that person, sending notification to these departments, all of that will be managed through the business process management system. And it's easier to collaboration and communication. So while sending or working in a process, all the consignee, all the disciplines will be notified according to that, so we can collaborate more inside the process. And each and every department inside of your organization will be able to be transparently see what's going on inside this process, in which stage. And you know, we have many cases today that actually, speaking with the customer, they are telling me that we are wasting a lot of time just by answering questions from the sales. So they are asking, yeah, where's that order now? Did you finish design that product? Did they deliver it? It has been delivered or not? So all of that type of questions will not be asked because each and every department will be contributed inside the process and will be able to see it. Report and analytics will never been easy to get it through the business process management system. So at each and every time that you, for example, you need to get information about how many quotations that we closed last year. Very simple. Just click a button and then you get the reports. And analytics is very useful, and we will speak about that in deep details in the last point, which is dashboards and reports. And then by this way, you can monitor and control the process stage. So you can have also a document sharing access. So in each stage of your process, you can share multiple type of documents. And this gonna move you really to a digital transformation. So in today's world, we have been speaking about digital transformation, and nothing gonna be digital while you are working with manual type of process. This is also can give you a better understanding of the bigger organizational goals, which means that in each process stage, you can identify what is the goal and what will be the end of the process goal. So these are all the benefits of using any type, let's say, of business process management. However, if you are using SOLIDWORKS Manage, then you can get extra benefit, extra capabilities that SOLIDWORKS Manage is always connecting to your engineering data. So it can understand really what does it mean, SOLIDWORKS files, what does it mean part assembly, sensitivity, what does it mean bill of material, how can you get all the engineering data out of these and incorporated that inside of your business process management. And let's see that in action. So in SOLIDWORKS Manage, you can have a better view of your business process management. So in each and every type of process, you can view these type of process. And how can we create a new process? Just right click in the new, and all of these fields could be customized according to the information that you need to collect it. And also you can identify different type of information in different stage of the process. And here is what's really unique about SOLIDWORKS Manage, that the ability to incorporate any type of engineering data. So you can get SOLIDWORKS files, and also you can get bill of material type of items. So you can incorporate any type of engineering data into that. And how is it easy to tackle down or maybe tweak or maybe change or maybe create a process? It's simple as it is. The user interface, it's very intuitive, which means that to adding a stage, just drag and drop, it's already there, and then you can link it to your current process workflow. It's not only that, of course, you have to identify, for example, what will be the permission in a certain stage, so who can access that information in that certain stage, and who will be notified after all, or maybe at the end, or maybe at the start of a particular stage. And also, you can assign tasks within the process. So, looking at the history of the process, it's very important to understand that, yes, we are into a particular process and what has been done so far in that process. And SOLIDWORKS Manage can give you that information. So who accessed that process and in which stage that we are in. And all of these information could be analyzed and creating reports accordingly.